Pick one. These are 3 books. Hush Little Baby, Whisper, Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. Touch one of them. Which one you want? That one? Whisper. Okay, she picked Whisper. So that's the book that we're going to read for you. Hey there, Booktube. Welcome back to my channel. We're here to film our Reading Rush TBR. Reading Rush starts tonight. Well, it's Monday. We're going to be participating in the Reading Rush Readathon. This is your first year during the Reading Rush Readathon. So if it's your first year as well, I'll just explain. Reading Rush used to be called Booktubeathon. Last year when I was doing that readathon, every time I thought about talking about Reading Rush, I would say Booktubeathon. This year I'm not going to do that. It has its own name. It's the Reading Rush Readathon, and it is hosted by Ariel Bissett and Raylene. It's being hosted here on Booktube, and I've been participating now for several years. One year I even won a challenge and won a gift. It was awesome. But Reading Rush is a 7-day readathon, of course. It is to read as many books as you can. There are 7 challenges, and one big challenge is to read 7 books. 7 books in 7 days is no easy feat. So while there are challenges, the hosts encourage us to read a book that meets multiple challenges, because not everybody wants to or can read 7 books in 7 days. So we're not going to try that this year because I just know it's impossible. So I'm doubling up on some challenges. So I'm just going to show you the books that I have. And I have 4 big books that I'm going to be trying to read this week, as well as a book for her. I don't have the challenges written down. I'm going to go from memory. One of the challenges is to read the first book that you touch, and so I decided to make that her book. So this is the book she picked. I gave her 3 options, and she picked Whisper, a 5-minute bedtime book. So that's the book that we're going to be reading with her to participate in that challenge. So one of the challenges is to read the first book that you touch. That's the book. Other challenges, one is to read a book that has your birthstone on the cover, and I'm going to be reading The Vanishing Half by Bennett. My birthstone is sapphire because I was born in September, and I'm going to say that this royal blue color at the top is sapphire. I hope so. Another challenge is to read a book where the challenge doesn't say this. It says where the book starts with the, and I think they meant the title. So I'm going with The Vanishing Half. So I'm doubling up on that challenge. And let's see if the book, if the actual text also starts with the. It does. The first sentence is the morning one of the lost twins returned to Mallard. So the title and the text both start with the. That's great. Hello, husband.
Hello, sis.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
See you. Thanks for making this without you.
I'll take upstairs.
There are 7 challenges, and the big goal would be to read 7 books in 7 days. I've tried. I've never actually completed that task. I've gotten pretty close. This year I'm not even going to try. I am not trying to read 7 books in 7 days, or maybe I could. Actually, I think I will. And I'll tell you why. I have 4 real books because the hosts encourage you to double up on challenges if you want to or if you can. So there are 7 challenges. I'm going to tell you the challenges from memory because I don't have them written down here. And I chose books that overlap some of the challenges. And there's a challenge that I'm not even sure that I'm going to be participating in. But I do have 7 books here, and I'll show you why. So the first challenge is to read a book with your birthstone on the cover. I was born in September, so my birthstone is sapphire, and I'm gonna say that this royal blue on the cover of The Vanishing Half by Bennett is sapphire. I don't know if it is, but we're going with that. So we're saying that The Vanishing Half has sapphire on the cover. Another challenge is to read a book with, the challenge actually says read a book that starts with the, it doesn't say title. the vanishing half starts with the, but surprise, surprise, the text also starts with the, because the first sentence is the morning one of the lost twins returned to Mallard. So this is my book for challenge 1 and 2. The next challenge, I think, is to read a book completely outside. And the challenge hosts, the readathon hosts, kind of amended that challenge, where they said since there's a pandemic and a lot of people are not going outside or not spending as much time outside as they would, one of the things you could do to be creative is to read a book that takes place outside. And so this is a book that I have had on my shelves for a couple of months now and wanted to read it. Kind of started it but didn't get too far, and I'm going to be reading it now. It is The Forest Unseen, which also starts with the. And this is a biologist writing about his 1-year adventure where he takes a strip of, well, he doesn't take, he decides to observe a strip of forest. And so every so often he goes to visit this property and see what's happening there and records what's happening in the forest that's not being impacted by humans. He's not changing what's happening in the forest, he's just observing. I started reading this, like I said, and I didn't get too far because I had to put it down to read other things. I want to get back to it, so that is one of the books I'm hoping to read it during Reading Rush. There's another challenge to read a book that is from a genre that you don't read as much of as you'd want to. And this is definitely something I want to read more of because this is science/nature writing, and as a scientist, I feel like I should be reading more science books and I haven't lately. So hoping to get to this one because it meets both of those challenges. Another book is to read a book that takes place completely in another continent other where you live. And I've been reading, no, I should have been reading Kintu, Jennifer Nansubuga Makumbi's novel. This is the read-along book for the Read So Lit read-along for summer, and I should have gotten much further in this book than I have. And the reason I say that is because so far I've only read the introduction. This is a book that's set in Uganda, and I read the introduction and haven't read anything else because I've just been reading other things. So hoping to get to this one during the week as well. So we have 5 challenges so far. Another challenge is to read a book. What does this challenge meet? This meets the challenge of read a book from a genre that you don't read as much from, because this is Caribbean literature and I want to read more Caribbean literature just in general. And also because I want to add a Caribbean book to every TBR that I do now. And I'm doing a buddy read of this one that starts this week. Another challenge that I don't think that I'm going to be doing is to read a book that inspired a movie that you've already seen. I think I've already seen the movie Wuthering Heights, and this is a retelling of Wuthering Heights but set in the Caribbean. This is Maryse Conde. She's from Guadeloupe, and so this is a novel that's set in Guadeloupe that has a lot of the same themes that is dealt with in Wuthering Heights, but with the added complexity of the race-class divide that happens post-emancipation in the Caribbean countries. So hoping to read this one because it meets that challenge. And then the challenge of read the first book that you touch. Again, I'm reading this one because this is the first book that my daughter touched in the options that I gave her. So this is a 5-minute bedtime book, and we're going to be reading this together. And so these are the other books that she didn't choose, but which she will want to read. This is Hush Little Baby, Don't Say a Word, and Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. This is a pop-up board book. So these are the 3 books that I'm going to be reading with her this week. 3 books for her and 4 books for me. So this is my Reading Rush TBR. Hello, 7 books in 7 days. Can we do it? We'll see. Thank you so much for watching this video. I didn't post a TBR video for July, so I'm gonna come back and post another video because I want to share with you the books that I have been and want to continue reading for the rest of the month, because I'm participating in a few other reading challenges, including the summer school readathon hosted by Doris on all the books. And so another TBR video coming soon. Hope you'll come back for that one as well. But for now, thank you so much for watching this video. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more. Let's talk in the comments. I'd love to hear if you're also doing Reading Rush. Let me know in the comments down below so I can go check you out. If you signed up on the Reading Rush website and you're doing challenges over there, I look forward to hearing from you so I can follow you and follow your progress. So thank you so much. Let's chat in the comments, and until next time, happy reading. Bye. Oh, and if you're wondering where the baby went, because she was here in the beginning, her daddy came home and he took her, so she'll be back probably for the next video though. See you then.